Hello to all Aston Villa fans. My name is Kevin. I'm the one in the middle, the slightly chubby one. On my left shoulder is Alan. In the front, VG, Villa Gong. My story relates to the 1957 FA Cup final. I was born in 1953, July, so by the time of the FA Cup final I was barely 4 years old. I watched the game in the living room of our back-to-back terraced house in Gloucester Green, central Birmingham, with my mother and aunt. My dad, Albert Humphreys, and Uncle Norman were at the game. They were Villa supporters. They'd been to all the previous rounds, including Burnley away, where my dad had to go there on crutches because a week earlier he'd fallen down the cellar stairs getting coal. As I said, I was barely 4 years old, so to be honest, my memory of the occasion is a bit hazy, to say the least. I was probably just as interested at that time as watching The Lone Ranger, who was usually on of a Saturday evening on the TV. The story goes that we were watching the game, and during the first half sometime, the cameras were panning into the crowd, into the Villa supporters. And there, clear as daylight, well, as it could be on a TV set, my dad and Uncle Norman. My mother said they looked a little bit miserable, but it was early in the game. I don't think the Villa started off too well at that stage. I cheered. I shouted to my dad, "Hello, Dad! Hello, Dad!" I couldn't understand why he couldn't hear me. This story has been recounted to me several times over the years. Like many young sons, I grew up and became, like my dad, a Villa supporter. He took me to my first game in 1961 against Arsenal. We won 3-1. Not long after, I went again. Even better, we beat Nottingham Forest 5-1. As I grew up into my early teens, I became a season ticket holder, standing in the Holt End at the age of 14. When I was 15, during the Ellis-Doherty revolution, I became an ordinary shareholder. I was very proud of this. Over the years, of course, there was many highs, lows, good times, bad times, but support carried on. The one niggling thing was the FA Cup. Yes, I'd seen the Villa win it, although I couldn't remember much about it in 1957. And to be honest, our record over the years in the FA Cup was shocking, appalling. The story was always in the back of my mind. Occasionally I'd watch the highlights, which was the goals plus the incident between Peter McParland and Ray Wood, but never a clue as to, was my dad really on the TV? Did I really see him? Or was this a story that, maybe with a little bit of imagination got sort of exaggerated? Recently, a few years ago, the game was available, the whole game, live. I watched it. I was very nervous. Not because of the game, but because, would I see my father? Was this really true that I saw him way back in 1957? Obviously by now my father has passed away, so I have many memories of him, dog-eared photos, but this will be something special. So I watched the game with maybe more interest than other people. And yes, there it was. Around about the 29-minute mark, the cameras were going through the Villa fans and did stop for a short while, and I saw my father and Uncle Norman, and they were chatting, they were talking. It was definitely him. Difficult to describe my emotion, my feelings. Still difficult now, as you may tell. So, Yes, I was relieved in a way, and very, very proud, and feelings, as I say, I can't really describe. My dad was there, and I can see him now. As we all know, football is very, very important, but we also know there are more important things in life. This memory that I've got now is not only of the Villa winning the cup, but also seeing my dad there, watching the Villa, doing something that I've been doing all my life, almost. So, thank you, Dad, thank you, Villa, and good luck.